Why don't we bring out my best friend and yours, everybody, Dr. Russell Cohen-Hoffing.
Okay. So, today, since we're talking about the brain-skin connection, for a demonstration, we're going to play a little game of charades first.
I found out that we were doing this like 30 minutes ago, and I'm still miserable about it. It's like the second worst game, like imaginable.
Charades is a game for people who are bored and don't have any money.
We're playing charades.
There you go.
Okay, so, and it has a point, so just roll with me here. All right, so for charades, first what we're going to do is I'm going to give Alex the clue, and Dylan and y'all are going to help guess what it is, okay? So.
This reminds me of all of my 6 years and $6,000 I spent at the UCB learning useless skills. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
So ready to be transported?
So I can guess too, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Hot?
Drink.
Tea.
No. So it is something that he's doing, and he is...
Burning.
Okay.
Testing the
Temperature?
Yes, he's testing the temperature. Okay, very good. So
You
keep
test
in
the
mind
fucking
what
temperature? You put it in your mouth? There's like other ways.
I touched it with my
Okay,
hand.
that's
It
true.
was
All right,
fine.
take it back. Like, is this hot? It's like, ugh.
I like my tea hot. It's the best way to get the steep exactly right.
That's my bad. That's my
If you
bad.
guys like tea the way I do, you know that a red tea has to be boiled at exactly 212. Or you just ruin the leaves.
Okay, alright, second one.
You're gonna do like literally anything else.
Okay, alright, I'll try a different path.
You can use me.
No, I don't need that. I'm a professional.
Okay, so he's reading, right? Or like looking at something? Bowing? Is that part of it? Or is that
No,
just
that's
like a
the end. I'm just letting you know it's
Don't
done.
do that. Don't do that. That's throwing me off.
Alright, I'll curtsy instead.
Okay, so the curtsy means it is over. So
It's over.
there's a glare of someone else say something.
Shade.
Guys, the sun.
It's too bright.
We're talking about skin. We're talking about skin. Alright, fine. This isn't charades then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, checking someone's temperature. Like, oh, is it like they're and then someone's sick? Yes.
Okay, so we have two things that he did, so do it real quick again. So checking to see if something is hot, and then checking to somebody's temperature. So both temperature-related things, right? But what is he doing? He's doing them differently, right? On one hand, he's using his fingertips, and the other using the back of his hand. So the question is, like, why on earth would if you're both checking for temperature, why would he do them differently, is the question.
Can I actually think
Yeah,
this one?
go.
No, I think it's like, dude, if I watched like Discovery Channel like when I was like 15, I think I remember this one fact. I think because like your skin, it's like your hand is more sensitive on the like this side, the palm, and so you can do that. But no, that doesn't make any sense. I give up. I didn't even finish my thought because like it wouldn't make sense to test the tea with the tip of your finger because it would burn a lot. Like why would you do that? Okay, I give.
Is it, wait, can I try?
No.
Yes.
Is it because you get a quicker reading with your fingers, like it goes faster to the this part, the brain?
Jesus Christ.
So he's
I thought I was
he's
like
not wrong.
moderately embarrassed, and then I was like, oh, fuck me, alright, that's fine.
Dylan, I went to Sarah Lawrence.
All right, we got somebody in the audience.
I don't think this is the real answer, but for me, I would feel socially awkward just like placing my fingertips quickly on someone's forehead. That feels weird.
But unless that was the way people did it, and
True.
then it wouldn't be weird. Do we have somebody else?
One is hotter than the other.
So it could be hotter. So part of the reason is that we actually in our skin is embedded different kinds of receptors, right? That's how we touch, that's how we feel, that's how we discriminate objects. And there's actually different distributions of these receptors, which gives rise to different properties, of different functions of that. So, for example, on hairy skin, like on
Which
the back
is most
of your,
of my body.
the back of your hand, and non-hairy skin, they both have different distributions of receptors. And how that gives rise on your hand, it's actually it's not as sensitive to temperature as the back of your hand is. So with the palm of your hand, you get more coarse information, and that's actually important for something that's really, really hot. All you have to know, is it hot? Is it too hot or not? And that does go a lot quicker. It's faster to do it like that rather than doing really fine discriminations. You need more specialized receptors to do that. And so on hairy skin, you have more fine temperature receptors that allow you to discriminate. And that's one of the reasons why you use the back of your hand. Okay, so that is just one kind of way to think about skin and why their different function is by the different kinds of receptor distributions. Another way that people have thought about it, I'll skip over that. Oh, you just want,
Can we go back to that? Wait, let's just know. Who here knows what's happening? Like, don't answer, but we've all seen the internet. We know what this is. Okay, continue.
This is just, am I explaining this? You know what I'm saying? Okay. This is just across the body, we also have different temperature discrimination. So, for example, your toes.
That guy is so ready for whatever's about to happen to him.
It's like if you made like hentai with like clip art. It's like
Look, a scientist probably drew this with we don't know how to use software or anything. We have to just draw this with our hands.
Okay.
That's so. Screw you. So this is just a heat map or a temperature sensitivity map across the body. So with lower being more sensitive. So as you might think, your lips and your cheeks are the most sensitive to very, very fine differences in temperature, whereas the sole of your foot is not very good at being able to discriminate temperature differences. And again, this is due to the different distribution of receptors that are around your entire body. Another kind of difference that we see is actually scientists have started to categorize the touch system in two different kinds of touch: affective touch and discriminative touch. So affective touch is like emotion, related to emotions. And so the point of this, what I'm trying to get at, what we're talking about today, is really that there's really this intimate connection between the brain and the skin. And we're going to demonstrate this in another round of charades.
terrible game.
Touch charades. So the way that we're going to do this is we have a couple of rules.
What is this?
So Alex, you're going to be blindfolded.
Wait, where is this blindfold from?
Don't worry about it.
So we didn't say, Russell has been very secretive about whatever nightmares on this PowerPoint, which we are all experiencing together right now. So that is why, and anyone who has just come in, we're about to do that. So
Can I ask the audience a question that's about blindfolds and not about science? So whenever I wear a blindfold, I'm never sure if I should be closing my eyes under it too.
Oh, yeah, so round of applause, you close your eyes under a blindfold.
So then why the blindfold, right? I agree with you guys, but like, why do we do it? Okay, all right, I'm ready.
So even though you're blindfolded, what Dylan is going to do is I'm going to ask him to communicate something to you, but he can only use touch. You can't make any sounds, and you obviously can't see. So you can only communicate with touch, but Alex, so the audience knows what's going on, I need you to describe what he's doing to you.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. We've really gotten into some weird territory.
So-
This is our biggest
so
show.
just as
This is
in-
our biggest show. Like this is that we're gonna do it, and this is what we're doing.
This is the one where Dylan and I finally, become more than co-hosts.
So just as a hint for you, he's going to be communicating an emotion.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so are you ready to
Are they gonna? What's the audience gonna know? Or
No.
No,
They're gonna guess
as well.
So
Okay, yeah.
Alex and the audience, you guys are gonna guess what he's doing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read it. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
So you can touch him in any way you want.
All right, I'm gonna be respectful of this.
Thank you.
Also, yeah, you know, it's a game, it's a show. Whatever happens on stage stays on stage. Please be my co-host after this.
Ow! You're mad at me. Is that right or?
Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Thank God.
There you go. All right, second point.
Russell, whisper quieter. I didn't hear it, but I did hear like you whisper.
We can do a different one.
Yes.
Last one was.
Yeah, let's just do a different
No,
one.
make Dylan do this. No, Dylan. Dylan has to do this. Come on, Dylan. Dylan, touch me, touch me.
No,
you can't make sound. It's still a sound.
Okay, fuck.
We're doing a different one.
Hell yeah. No, that one. Not fun.
Whisper quieter, Russell. Is it shyness? Because if that was love, like, you gotta do better. Come on, Dylan, show him what love really looks like. Right here. That's love, it's love, it's love. It's attraction. Is it attraction?
No, it's love.
It's love, okay, alright, okay.
Do we want to do one more?
No.
Alright.
We're gonna do one more. You want a different one? You can't figure it out. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna ask you guys after this how the fuck you would have done it. I can't make any sounds.
Don't mean. Go for it.
This is insane. This is like so insane.
Want a different one? I'll do it.
No, I want this.
We're gonna do it. I can't knock out.
It's something that you feel. You said you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Don't worry. I'm an authentic actor. He can't see me. He can't hear me. How are we supposed to? How do we communicate with each other? That's what this is.
This is about how hard it is to actually have a relationship with people.
Okay, based on what has happened right now, what would you guess the word?
Anxiety.
It's not that far away. actually.
Nervousness, shyness.
Embarrassment.
Is it embarrassment? Was Jackie right?
Awkward.
No, we got someone got it already. It's
Okay.
sad.
It was supposed to be sad. So how would you communicate sadness?
Oh, great. Dylan, everyone knew.
But you know what? Okay, so here's the thing. So this is actually just a chart of the emotion. They did this in a study. This is replication of a study where sadness. Actually, sadness is one of the lower percentages of being able to communicate that with people. And there actually is some gender differences too. So like male, gender differences are a little bit lower with sadness, being able to communicate it versus like a female and a male communicating or a female and a female. Not that that says anything about you.
No, yeah.
But-
So you fucking brought it up.
But
It's just Dylan has no emotional range.
Nonsense numbers up there.
So all of these, like anger is actually very easily communicable through touch. Sadness is lower. Love is up there as well as you should. But not only that, but people are pretty consistent in how they do it. So whether they're pushing or shaking or squeezing or patting, those are also seem to be consistent across different emotions. And the part of the point that I'm saying this, and again, why I'm bringing this up is that there is this, just through touch, that you can communicate emotions, right? And what that means is that you have, as the person receiving the touch, has to be able to infer emotions just based off of touch. And that's what this system that I talked about before. And the receptors that are specifically underlying this system are called CT receptors, which they only respond to certain frequencies of touch. So if I'm rubbing over my skin at a particular rate, those will specifically activate these kinds of receptors, which are related to emotions that are interpreted as emotions.
Wow. That's cool. I don't have a joke for that. That's just
I'm literally learning this right now.
Yeah.
This is me learning.
That's why we do this show, guys.
You gotta do
Yeah,
it.
so that's all I got for you
That's
today.
awesome.
Everybody,
Cool.
Russell Cohen-Offing.